Is the Splatoon 3 chill season actually the Splatoon 3 mid-season? Now that we're halfway through the chill season, I sat down with my friends Connor and Nigel to have a discussion about how the chill season's been treating us so far. Also, we did forget to talk about like half of the new weapons when we were discussing those, so we recorded the other half at a later date, so that's why it kind of switches back and forth in the middle of when we're discussing weapons, but don't worry about that. This is all our opinions, of course, this is just for a bit of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. But the first topic is how have the weapons from like last season, the drizzle season, been holding up so far for this season? So shit like
Bad.
yeah. Well, Splash and Machine are fine, but shit like Reflex and Flingza, I do not think they exist anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Nova and shit. Oh yeah. Flingza's fine right now, I think. Flingza's
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Reflex does not exist anymore though. Rest in peace,
No,
Reflex.
Reflex killed itself after it realized that it couldn't spam missiles in the invader game.
Mhm.
Except in Turf Forward.
People like were just using reflex abs to use missiles.
Yeah,
Bad
it's kind of just selecting missiles, right? It's like K-Shot without 2/3 of what made K-Shot good, but the problem is that other 1/3 being missiles was so strong and impressive.
Machine and Machine was holding up well until the patch.
Machine
for the first
I
half,
think Machine's fine right now, actually.
is it? I haven't touched it since the update, which we'll get to
That's
later.
your problem there.
It is. This is my like one of my first games.
Oh
since the
my
update.
goodness.
Splash is still good. Splash
check
literally
left.
dominated the entire first side of the season.
No, Splash is way too good, and they didn't even nerf it.
The Flash
Yeah.
is still going to be really good.
They
Yeah.
literally gave Splash a tap on the wrist saying good job.
So true.
Honestly, yeah.
They slit Machine's throat and we're like, okay, Splash.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that to Machine. Like, yeah, Machine's good, but like, it didn't deserve it.
Yeah,
Mm,
honestly, it did deserve that, but that's because Minnie isn't great at fighting Machine all the time.
so true. Minnie is not good at fighting Machine, therefore Machine needs to be nerfed. So what else? What was
Okay.
really good in
No!
Drizzle season?
How did that
E-Leader. E-Leader barely got touched, like at all for the past like
Yeah, leader
since
should probably
launch.
get touched, especially once Crab kills itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, once that happens, if they don't touch leader, right? Just like preemptively nerf it and make all the E-leader mains really sad, but however, I don't care.
Oh. E-Leader's like fun to play though.
Yeah, it is fun to play, but however, it can suck because it makes me angry.
So what about, is Splatterscope ever that good? I feel like when the game came out, Splatterscope was kind of cool, but then everyone was
Yeah,
like,
then
oh,
people-
E-Leader is better.
Yeah, well, people realize that when you're using VAC, you're not using Splatter Scope.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue. I've also noticed this as
Hey, also,
a
our main is
2-8
kind of bad,
Splatterscope.
actually.
Yeah. How about we talk about something else that was new to this chill season? The new weapons that came out. So there's the Splattershot Nova, the Giga
No,
Chad does nothing
No.
except throw point sensors and wail.
It's kind of bad, but it paints like a truck right now, and it's gonna get like a burst wave breaker as the second kit, and God's gonna kill itself.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I feel like right now, it's still not like the greatest weapon. It's more respectable now. It paints a lot more than it did prior.
Yeah.
Splattershot Junior Pro, anyone?
Oh yeah. Splattershot T-Tech is kind of insane, especially with Tri-Strike now that
T-Tech
that
was
special skill.
literally top tier before this patch.
That is
too.
true. Now it is even more top tier because it kills
Mr.
crab.
Nintendo, stop over buffing good shooters, please. They don't need a buff.
They just want
Like-
T-Tech to be meta again.
Mr.
They-
Nintendo sees Undercover and he's like, this can't be good because if it's good, it beats all of my shooters.
Like, they don't see the problem of shooter privilege, but it really
Are
just
you
shows
kidding
it.
me?
There's a few T-Techs there, by the
Speaking
way.
of shooter privilege, speaking of goddamn shooter privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
striking
Machine
the crap
players
behind
are
you,
gonna
by the
start
way.
moving to Forge, because Forge is kind of like Machine, except like a gun.
They're gonna move to V Bucket,
Without
I
Fizzy.
think. Or if they're AI,
Yeah,
I
V-Bucket
don't
as
know.
well.
They're gonna move to Splash.
Hmm
Maybe.
People who played Machine are basically just like meta players anyways. So. But, how are you liking Zimmy, Konar?
I
You're
like
big.
V Mini more because it's more fun.
Hmm
Zimmy's good though. It's kind of stunted right now because of Grab Tank, but also
fair.
Machine being strong is kind of annoying for it, I find, but that might just be a skill issue.
Machine moment. How you guys like Big Swig?
It sucks. But
Yeah.
it can gimmick splat zones.
That is true.
Yeah, I think it's really-
Flounder zones?
I am so bad with hammer. Oh my goodness. I also hate T-Tech so much. I am going to kill every T-Tech player.
Personally.
Sucks too, because T-Tech was so cool last game, and now it's no longer cool. Like, I know it was
Now it's just gonna be known as Trash Packs Man, and that's gonna be great.
They took the cool shot from last game and turned it to K-Shot 2.
Basically.
And they're gonna bring back K-Shot and they're gonna give it the fucking K-Shot kit with Burst Bomb or something stupid.
How do you guys feel about the pencil? Pencil is also not very
Pencil's,
good.
like, not very
Yeah,
good
Pencil
either.
is kind of like. I feel like Pencil needs a better kit than OP Action.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also, its ink efficiency is kind of garbage, right? I got
Yeah.
flanked, by the way.
It has nice range, and like in theory, I feel like I'd love it, but just I don't know. Maybe just people aren't
Top respawn's
great with
probably
it
gonna come
yet.
right side. I'm not sure it has an endo.
How do you guys feel
Oh, I
about
went
the
5 and 6. My
forgotten
bad,
new
guy.
weapons? The Luna Neo and the Dapple. What's yeah?
The new
Dapple
Dapple isn't
Nuvo.
forgotten because all of the stupid 12-year-olds in my solo queue cannot get off it.
That is true. At least Reef Slider got a buff
See,
now,
look,
but before the
12-year-old
patch,
in our
it was
solo queue
so
went 5 and
bad.
13.
Let's go. Yeah, Luna and Neo. I think Luna's cool. Like the hammer's not fantastic, but like
I can't.
Fizzy's kind of cool. Yeah, Forge is also quite good, I think.
Do you think Forge is decent?
I think
it's
Forge
probably
is decent.
fine.
It's just so outshadowed by Machine.
Forge is.
What did I die to?
Last new weapon that we've kind of been distracted by T-Tech. But what about Luna Neo? Luna's just a good weapon for harassing children. Like Hammer is also a good special for harassing children. And Fizzy Bomb's good on Luna, I think, but the weapon's just not kind of great because all the other weapons that are good are better.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You guys have any other feelings about it?
Luna Neo is, I would say, like the kit is actually like not terrible. But I feel like.
Oh,
it
it's
could
Fizzy,
be-
right?
Yeah, it's Fizzy.
Yeah,
It's Fizzy
that's
Hammer.
Fizzy. But I feel like it could definitely benefit off a different special.
Yeah, that goes for most things with Hammer, right? Except V-Mini, because V-Mini is really Hammer's so strong.
So true.
What I talked
I don't remember which ones exactly we talked about. What about C Junior? You guys feel about C
Junior's
Junior?
annoying.
Annoying, yeah, it's fucking obnoxious.
It's decent. I thought it was like top 5 for a bit, but it isn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's top 5. How do you feel about
It's
C
still
Junior,
an
Nigel?
annoying bitch weapon.
Yes.
It's still pretty good though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good,
no,
but
it's
it's
Definitely
obnoxious.
playable. But it's kind of just like peeing everywhere. And like Splash is peeing everywhere, but it's peeing with a lot of vigor, right?
It's just
But yeah, like it is a good weapon. It's Junior, the main weapon. Like it is. It's fine.
A
It's
little
not-
bitch baby weapon.
Yeah, it's not like the greatest main weapon, but like the kit is so strong. It spans wave breakers like it's nothing. And wave breakers are very good in team fights.
Blue
Yeah.
breakers
So,
are so annoying. I hope they all kill themselves.
oh. Okay.
I
Talked
wanted
about
on mini,
T-Tech,
but like
talked about Ford, talked about space, talked about
space
Big.
adventure.
Yes. Talked about
Space like the astronaut helmet, the best hat ever.
About Slosher Deco.
It's fine. It has its niche, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
it's better after the patch for sure.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like the other buckets are gonna generally be better, right? Especially with this useless strike buff.
Yeah.
Not useless. I mean the buff that they probably should not have done.
They did too much.
just a tad.
What if we just don't nerf Splash and instead buff everything else, but not in a way that makes Splash any worse?
Oh, yeah. It's alright. It's
I don't
Slosher,
like
so
Splash
it's good,
has a
but
stranglehold over the
it's
meta.
just not as good. You like
It's actually
Zipcaster Nigel, why is Slosher not?
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Monster Deco is like it does have the combo potential with marker,
Mm.
but like it's so hard to pull off sometimes. Like sure I haven't played it that often, but when I do play it, it's like it's so unreliant to hit someone with it and then hit a slosh on the person.
Yeah.
It's just not reliant compared to like a burst combo.
Yeah, especially burst, right? Because burst is like
Yeah.
so fucking easy to aim.
Moments.
I can say
Is
that
it-
because I play Burt weapon, Burt bomb,
Burt bomb.
Yeah,
Burt bomb, Burt
the
bomb.
caster on it is, I would say it's good. Like
Yeah.
Zipcaster is kind of fine, right?
yeah, Zipcaster on Slasher is
I want Zipcaster to be good because it's cool as fuck, but
What about Inkbrush Nouveau?
oop, kind of bad. It has
It is a
hammer.
weapon that exists.
I
Mines are decent on it, right?
yeah, mines are like, I would say it's good on Inkbrush Nouveau. It had it in the second game.
But it
the
was one of the.
hammer-
Sorry.
The hammer though, the hammer is the problem.
He's a proud V-Mini user and V-Mini lover.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it definitely could have used a different special.
Yeah,
very sad.
definitely is a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, like that makes a vanilla Inkbrush so strong that it has Splat Bomb, which is like one of the best sub weapons you
I
put
could
on it.
possibly ask for.
And it has Killer Whale, which it gets it relatively fast, and it's like really good at displacing people. And since
And it
Inkbrush is
works well
so
with
fast-
the thing too, because it can
Yeah,
get.
exactly, it works. Unfortunately, it's just not it for Inkbrush Nouveau.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah.
There's some people who are good with it, but it's just the same way as some people good with any weapon.
Yeah.
No, there is no one who's good at
Yeah, I mean Inkbrush
what
is
weapon?
not-
Splash and Manic. No one's good at Splash and Manic. They're good at Grab. no,
So
no one's
true.
good at Junior. They're good at Wave Breaker.
Okay, Nigel. The best for last. You can tell us everything you want about Carbon Deco.
Okay. Carbon Roller Deco, I feel like, is a really good weapon in the game right now. It has the burst kit, which is obviously like infamous for bad and good reasons. Trizuka, I feel like is like the best special you could put on it. It helps deal with backlines like E leader, which is currently dominant in the game at the moment due to the maps having a little bit of a wacky design. You know.
Bit suspicious.
Yeah, just a bit sus. But yeah, it's definitely like it's not top tier, but it's like A tier and a pretty high A tier.
It's
Although
fair.
it does struggle against like multiple crab comps. Obviously,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty. I don't know exactly. I haven't actually tested it, but I think it's 3 hits to like break a crab or something like that.
Maybe.
What-
I have
what
no
carbon?
idea.
I think it's 3. But or it could be more. I remember seeing 3, but my memory is just not great. So
It's fair.
yeah, but Carbon Deco is definitely like very good, but it gets shit on by spam. Like, it always has been, like always.
Yeah.
Gets spam. And definitely Splatoon 2. That's what its problem. And armor isn't in the game. Yes, it was good against armor in 2 because you could burst combo, and it did have like the fastest kill time through armor.
Mhm.
But like a lot of the times, you would be trying to aggress someone. They don't have armor, and then as soon as you're like mid aggress, like you're already in the process of doing it, someone pops armor, and then they get it like in 1 second, and
Yeah.
then you get crapped on because you're like, oh wait, they have armor, and then
Yeah. Fuck
break
Splatoon 2,
it,
bro.
but you can kill them, and then you die because they have armor. And there's no armor in 3, which makes playing aggressive much more like better. Like compared to just like sharking and waiting for kills is still very good, but like you could definitely play much more aggressive in this game. Can't just hold forward and get like 2 and die.
Yeah.
Like that works definitely much better in this game, and this game has more options for that, like tactical where you come back immediately. And Tena missiles getting the nerf it did also benefits the weapon as well, because you can't missile spam them to like reveal them every 2 seconds anymore.
Yeah.
And happy that it's like people who main it actually get like a chance in this game. Because in Splatoon 2, nobody wanted to play with a carbon player. Like yeah, like you had people like in top level or like Div 1, Div 2, like they there was like some carbon players there, but it was such a minority. Like there's like what like
Endangered species.
it was a minority.
Endangered
Like
species.
honestly speaking, it was.
Well, I wanted to play with you now.
Well, most weapons were a minority, guys. Splash-o-matic
Yeah.
right now.
No one really wanted to play with like rollers, blasters, like the vanilla dually class, like V dually and parry.
Yeah.
So like they were not used. Just like those weapons got like extremely countered by like armor and stuff.
Unlucky.
So like yeah, like armor like kind of just shut down a lot of classes into.
Yeah, fuck that special lead. Fuck that game.
Yeah, like and it can't do that in 3, and that's why there's so much viability for different weapons.
Yeah,
Including
so true. I've played Carbon a bit. I think it's pretty fun. But still,
Yeah.
it's like I'd rather just play like Stamper, honestly. Like I'd rather either play V-Roller or Stamper. Like, but it's a fun weapon. I've gotten some good kills with it. But if the enemy's
honestly
like good at ranging you, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, like if they outrange you and if they spam you with subs that can trap
Yeah.
you or just generally just displace you. Like displacement specialists are like the worst thing a carbon player has to go up against. Like majority of the time. So
Yeah.
that's just how it is. And I feel like this Platonic class is more versatile.
Yeah.
You can definitely do more with it.
That's because it's
But-
at range.
They're honestly, swords are kind of overtuned in my opinion.
They're good. I like them.
Yeah,
They need
they're
better
good.
kits though.
I mean, they're overtuned like they're a little too good.
Yeah, I know. I just think they need better kits, and I'd play them more. Because I fucking don't want to play Hammer or Zipcaster. What do you
Well,
think, Konar?
you could honestly just ignore the Zipcaster on Stamper and just play for the burst bomb.
I
Like, burst
mean,
bomb's such a
yeah.
fun weapon.
But I want to have it special. What do you think, Konar? Any thoughts about Carbon?
Carbon is kind of good, right?
Yeah. Well said.
Right, guys.
Alright. Well, I think that is all the weapons we missed.
Reddit, we did it.
Wait,
did
before
it
we
right.
end, sometimes horizontal works. but
Yeah,
majority of the
sometimes
time-
horizontal actually works, and then it's fun.
Sometimes. But like
You're
that's
lucky.
like 30% of the time, maybe even less than that.
Did we talk
I
about
messed
Gold
around
Arrow
with
before? I don't
Carbon.
remember.
For like 10 minutes, like yesterday or the day before, and it was really fun, but I'm not that good at it.
Just talk about Gold Arrow, just because I might have forgot if we did it.
Did we talk about Zimmy? We probably did, right?
Yeah, we talked about Sydney.
Yeah, I think.
Gold Arrow is fun. I've always liked Arrow, because it's like Sploosh, but with more range. That's why I played it in Splatoon 2 for like a month, and then gave it up. Yeah, Booyah Bomb is definitely the Booyah spam weapon. It's definitely the Turf War Children weapon, like it always was destined to be.
Like God intended.
Yeah, it's like
Like
Splatoon 1.
in Splatfest, I saw multiple comps that had like 3 arrow sprays.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad of a weapon. It's just that, like, there's
Yeah.
crab, and Nutting Strike is good, so.
The new fast guys.
I wonder what they'd
Nice.
give arrow spray PG. Like
Very
I
good.
can do not
Curling Rush.
even Surely.
It's gonna be the only bomb rush weapon in the game.
Yeah, I really wish they had Bomb Rush in this game because I really like it.
It's fair. There's already enough bomb rush with fucking LDE, though.
Yeah, it's fair.
Any
Use
thoughts?
dual
Yeah,
range.
LD, you could just spam bombs, like, just, like to
Yeah.
no end.
Any thoughts about Gold Arrow Konar?
It's kind of
Boost, boost,
bad.
boom,
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
can't forget the push push premium.
Yeah, the push premium.
Kind of good.
Name kind of good, weapon kind of bad. Now let's go. I know the new update's out as well now, but what about the previous meta, the splash machine leader kind of bullshit that we had for like a month and a half? How'd you guys feel about that?
It was poop. I don't know. Most of these metas are like unbearable to play.
As a leader, okay, you know, machine was annoying as fuck, so I just gets fizzy spammed and just hit by dumbass angles because machine's broken.
Yeah.
And splash, you know, splash I can sometimes kill. Sometimes when I'm good at the game, I can like shoot the crab and just murder it. But
Shoot the guy.
yeah, you can just shoot the guy but yeah, if they crab and you're good at leader, you can just kind of shoot them and they just kind of die. But
Honestly, when I was playing chargers and I was fighting a crab, it's either I hit them or I just barely miss the minuscule hitbox that I have.
yeah, maybe that it's bigger now than buff to
Maybe.
I don't know, but yeah. What else? Yeah, how'd you guys feel about leader? I don't know what it's like to fight against leader because I mostly play chargers.
If the
So
leader's good, it's annoying. If the leader isn't good, it's not very bad.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the maps kind of force you to go to where the leader's gonna look at, like the majority of the time. So
that's
it's
true.
very.
That also is a nice segue to our next
No!
topic. How do you guys feel about the maps in the game? I know there's a lot of controversy with these maps.
Okay. Okay, I'll make a Pro Chara approved map tier list. Okay. Well, the good maps we have right now are Museum, Flounder, and Mako Mart.
Flounder Heights is so shit, dude.
I can stand Flounder, honestly. I think that it's pretty decent. It's really jank on TC, I find, but besides that, it's playable.
Flounder Zones is literally unplayable. It's literally Railway Chillin' without the ink lines. Like, it's like slightly better
Are you
Railway
insinuating
Chillin'.
Railway Chillin' is not the best map you've ever played in your life?
I would rather than play Railway Chillin', dude. That is the
Mako
worst
Rage.
Splatoon map
It's
ever
not rage.
designed. There's two entrances to mid, and they're both like you're wide open. You have no cover. It's the
I find
dumbest-
that map. I find it pretty decent generally. I think it's really good. In Clamblitz and Rainmaker, I think it's a lot better actually.
Yeah, Clamblitz and Rainmaker, Flounder's fine, but Zones, I haven't played TC on it, I don't think. But
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, it's
decent
like-
enough on zones. I
I
think.
like Flounder on everything besides Zone.
Yeah, I think if what's his face Undertow had an actual mid Undertow Rainmaker would be like the best map mode combo in the game.
that's fair enough.
But
Yeah.
you know, it has the worst mid I've ever seen in my life. Besides
Yeah.
probably one of the
It
bad
needs,
Chippy
like
stations.
actual rework, honestly.
Sorry, it has a worse mid. It has a better mid than that one stupid railway map in Shippy Station where you can't get in. It's on the rails. So that one you're just talking
That's
about.
Railway
Chillin',
Chillin', yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
has
the
a better
worst
mid than
map.
that one.
Yeah.
I'll give Undertow that, but besides that,
Mhm. What about the new maps, Brinewater Springs and I guess Flounder Heights we kind of talked about. What do you feel about
Flounder
Brinewater?
Heights. What's Flounder Heights again? Is that from Splatoon 2?
But yeah, what about
No.
Brinewater Springs? How do you feel about that?
Brownwater's fine. I think it's good on Clamblitz. It's playable on zones. I find it playable on Rainmaker, and I do not play it on Tower Control very much.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna give
Mahi
you
too.
Mahi 2. That's fair.
Except I find it's better than Mahi. I think Mahi feels more claustrophobic in my opinion. Maybe it's because Mahi doesn't have any good flanks, and while the flanks on Brinewater aren't like amazing, stupendous, it still feels better than Mahi.
Okay, you guys ready for some down hot takes?
You're gonna say Brinewater's either the best or the worst map ever created.
Okay. First of all, we're gonna start off. I think Mahi is my favorite map to play on in this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, Mahi, Rainmaker, and Clamblitz are really fucking fun, actually.
Yeah,
like,
Mahi's
I
the only
respect
mode where I
Mahi
don't
on
care. It's like I'm happy to play Mahi on any mode.
On TC, it's kind of a big stinky poop, I find, but I actually haven't played Mahi TC in solo queue.
Okay,
No.
so Mahi Tower Control, it's like you cannot play the game until the water drops.
That's true.
Yeah, no.
That's fair.
Mahi on like stuff like that is kind of I find it super janky, right?
Yeah, it's just not enjoyable on Tower Control.
What do you guys feel about? Okay, I was also gonna say Brine Water. I think is the worst Rainmaker map in like
You
Splatoon
think?
3. It is worse than fucking Inkblot Art Academy, which I have notoriously despised since Splatoon 2.
Yeah, Inkblot RM. I find it playable. I know it's not very good, but
It is one. It's just because there's
yeah,
no options. Like,
I know.
and
I agree with there being no options. I think that the map layout for Rainmaker on what's his face on the
Brine
map
or
that
Ink.
Brine Water is
Yeah.
strong enough that it makes Rainmaker okay on it, right? Obviously, more options will be good. You have like Flounder and shit where there's 300 trillion, quadrillion options, and even
Yeah.
like Undertow generally only has one option, but it plays really well, I find.
Yeah. At least on Undertow Spillway, you have the option of taking the second. It, like
The one to
actually
the
is a
right.
second route. Like normally it's suicide, but it's there. Like
Yeah,
I
and
wish
you
there
could
was
potentially
something.
also this podium on the right side. You can dive early in the game
Yeah.
to get podium down
Yeah.
because it takes a while to cycle left, right?
And also, the thing with Brine Water for me, like it's an uphill battle, which seems like, oh well, surely that's like good for defense. But they put so much cover for the team that's
Yeah.
attacking. It's literally like you just lose. Like if they
Yeah,
get
like I was just gonna mention my one problem with Brine Water. I like the map, but my one problem with it is it's too snowballing. Like way.
yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
unfun.
I find in zones it's okay. That roller's naive, but
I also hate this stage, fucking Hammerhead Bridge.
oh my goodness, I
Kinda
wonder
hate
what
it.
could have brought that off.
I know, it's insane. But yeah, I hate the stage on Rainmaker, so I just don't play it. Just because I
This
play
map kinda
E-Leader, and once
sucks.
you get pushed back, I'm just kind of bad at getting back in. That's on
This
me.
map is this map getting back in on is kind of like
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
really difficult. Like,
Yeah,
especially on like tower control, like you realize. It's,
yeah. And like, I feel like just because I play leader, it's like especially hard for me because like there's not many places like when you're locked in your base or like pushed up really far, it's so hard to like get in a spot where you're like livable, where you're like actually safe and not just gonna get shot at by like anything. How about we talk about good old X rank that was added in this season? Do you feel like it's
Okay,
better
guys.
or worse than Splatoon 2
Worse.
X rank? Worse? Why though?
I like the old power system more
Why do you like harming
because
yourself?
it felt more rewarding to win in the old power system. I know losing points sucks, right? But I felt feels more rewarding to win in that one because you know that at any point you can lose one game and then immediately your dream is dead, right?
The thing that's true, but the thing for me in Splatoon, I like in this game that you have a minimum of plus 10. It's not like Splatoon 2 where you
Yeah.
can win 10 games and go up plus like
Yeah,
0.1 points. Like that was
Yeah,
bullshit.
I think it would be good if last game there was a minimum
Mhm.
put in, but I don't think they would need to do. I don't think they should do a maximum for losing in that game, especially. Because I
That's
think
fair.
that you should be if you lose one game, especially when people are getting so good that they should generally be able to carry, and they are carrying most games. That losing one game doesn't really matter because they'll win the next three, right? So it doesn't affect them. Whereas in the old game, it would affect them, and it made the powers a lot harder to get to, which I think it's just me not wanting to have the old power system because I'm used to that one, right? But it just feels like just a contest of how much you've played in this game versus in last game. While it was a lot of luck based,
That's
it was
fair.
also skill based, right?
Mhm.
yeah,
you
that's
couldn't
fair.
get 2-9 by being a 2-6 player, but just playing more than someone who was 2-9s in skill level, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Also,
Wait.
just the thing for me, but yeah, the big thing for me from Splatoon 2 is like, it wasn't like, yeah, it's rewarding if you like don't lose the 100 points, obviously, but it wasn't rewarding if you was literally like you were almost better off not playing that match. Like you literally gained 0.0 points
Yeah.
sometimes. Like that's literally not rewarding. It's like
remember.
I just
I
wasted
molded-
like 10 minutes of my life.
Because
Like-
when in the last rotation of August or what was it, for the last zones one, I was trying to go for 2-6 and I did not get 2-6.
Mhm.
But I won a 3v4 and I played out of my mind and I got plus 0.1 and I was molding.
Yeah, it's so bullshit. Like that's not rewarding at all. It's like wow, I just literally just wasted everything.
Yeah, right.
What I like about this X system in 3 is good players get rewarded for being good at the game. And also the minimum of plus 10,
Mm.
that as well. And it's rewarding to be top 500.
Yeah, this is we're separated from Japan. No, I don't mind
I'm
that they
part of my
separated us.
top
Being
whatever the hell I got
502.
last game.
Being top 502 was like just a gigantic like red flag, like a big target on you. So it's fun.
I didn't
Because
really find it that much last game, but when I was getting
Depends
top
how much you
three,
get it. Yeah.
when I was getting it, I was like aiming really hard, so it's like I don't really care.
Yeah, but wanting to be my big target in Splatoon 2 when you were top 500 is the people who you're playing with and against are 99% of the time like 200 points, 300 points lower than you
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
So
And-
it's like if you lose at least once, there goes your power for the whole rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And they
depressing.
sort of fixed that in this game because
Yeah,
the
with, like, rank
matchmaking,
pick,
the
it's
matchmaking
bad.
was terrible, and then they changed it so Ryanator is in all of my lobbies, and I'm not sure if I like that more or less.
I don't think they changed it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's literally.
No, there's no way because like literally before last week, you would find lobbies like every 30 seconds, right?
I would
And
not
now I'm
find
timing out
lobbies
half
every
my
30
lobbies
seconds.
and half of my other lobbies have Ryanator, so there's a 25% Ryanator chance, right?
I cannot relate. Ever since launch, my games have been, or even more recently, it's taken me like half an hour to find like one match. Like it's literally
Really?
yeah, literally when I'm streaming, you can go through some of my streams and it'll be 30 minutes of me just like queuing.
That's actually really interesting.
I
I'm not
know.
sure about that.
I think
Maybe
it's just
something. Maybe it finally realized I'm good at the game and it put me in high power lobbies.
insane. Okay, now how about something that was brand new in this season? Well, I guess everything has
Table
been.
turf.
No, table turf's next season. Next season's online table turf. It already got data mined. But this season they added a big run.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel about big run?
This is like
I really
Niga's
like
corner right now.
Niggas. How do you guys feel about big run though? I thought it was kind of fun, but you didn't really get. I mean, the badges are
Yeah.
cool. There was that whole glitch where some people just didn't get the badges, which they fixed.
Yeah,
now,
I
but,
know. Like I saw. I think Cove got it actually. That's cool.
well, they fixed that
Yo,
now, so
is-
it's nice. But yeah, I thought it was
Spat the
fun.
shots
Just
Nova.
it would have been cool if they gave you a badge. Well, I guess they did, but like a stage badge for Wahoo.
Oh, that would be awesome, but I guess they didn't
Yeah,
want.
they should have gave like a 999 for all the
Yeah, I think that they just didn't want like people if they weren't able to play it later.
Yeah.
But there's no way that during the last update they're not gonna let you replay Big Runs shit and Salmon as well, because
Yeah.
you even have the custom things, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So I think it would be awesome if after launch they let you play on any map for 9s or whatever, and they would have rotations and stuff, right?
Yeah. I also think it's kind of fucked up because like this, like yeah, they wouldn't be able to get the badge if they didn't play like the big run, but there's also Splatfest badges, so that argument kind of just like doesn't work.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how that's gonna
Tricolor.
work. Though they are generally pretty easy to get the fest ones, and there aren't different ones for every fest, right?
Yeah.
Although I do think it would have been cool if you can like have the badge document you winning or losing.
Yeah. Or like get to keep your Splatfest tee. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that would be nice. But then I would have 30 different tees with a respawn.
I think
Whatever.
Wahoo World is the best
Same.
salmon map like yet.
Yeah. Wahoo World's just fun
I
to play on.
like Hydra Plant, but that's because I got 600 there.
That's fair. Okay. I guess the last thing to talk about is the new patch that just came out that we're currently playing. It's very controversial. I like the patch. I think they did a good job.
I do not think they did a good job.
Why don't you think they did a good job?
I think
Connor?
Splash needed a nerf.
That's fair. But like, what about the
I
things
think-
they did do?
What they did do, they gave Splash a tap on the wrist. They gave it a wristband saying thank you for participating. It's like in soccer when you would get like wristbands or whatever. I don't know if you guys ever
Not
got
even a
that.
tap on the wrist. Like even nothing.
No,
Just,
it's
they
like
just kind of touched crap a bit. Didn't touch them.
they just kind of poked it. It's like, hey.
Yeah, they literally. whacked
No,
tap
it's like
on
that
seven.
meme of the guy.
Yes.
It's the guy with the stick, and he's hitting the thing. He's like, do
Do
something.
So true.
Right.
Yeah, I think they did a
Again-
good job. I'm glad they fixed Brella. They did a lot of bug fixes to Brella, so it's actually like usable
Yeah.
now. I think they did a good
know
job buffing like Space Shooter or what's it
Yeah,
called?
they should have
Nova,
buffed that. They buffed Big Switch, which
Yeah,
they're
that's
supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And didn't they buffed Dynamo as well, which I'm not
Yeah.
a big Dynamo guy, but that's fine.
Dynamo,
They buffed.
Dynamo needed that buff. Let's be
They
honest.
did not need to buff Nautilus. They out
Yeah.
of all the
Kind kind of.
I swear to God,
suspicious.
Nogami is like, he has like a dartboard with all the weapons, and he puts on a blindfold and he throws 3 darts, and he has to buff those weapons.
I think Dynamo deserved it.
Yeah, Dynamo
Yeah,
needed
it
that buff,
definitely did.
Yeah.
especially
You know
with
what did
E-Leader
not need
being
a buff?
good. What?
T-Tech.
That is true.
Okay, T-Tech did not need that. Oh yeah.
You know what else
yeah,
did need a
yeah,
buff?
yeah.
52.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what's-
why did they make the point, like the points for special lower on freaking like those weapons?
I'll make the room, by the way.
okay.
Like what?
It's because they need to have answers to splash, but those answers have to be short range shooters. It's kind of the rule.
Okay, it makes no sense. Like why would you do that?
And it's like I think it's because short range shooters are the white people of Splatoon.
No.
I mean, he has a point.
I
And
mean,
as a cracker myself, make sure to censor that.
as a cracker.
No.
But yeah, how do you guys feel about the cooler or respawn Punisher nerf? That makes me sad because I play Charger.
In all seriousness, I do not care.
Bro,
I think,
cooler's gonna
like
become
personally,
so good.
I
though.
think Cooler definitely
Needed a buff.
like. I feel like it's healthy, honestly, because it
Oh, so
did
that
get
really-
negated by Punisher and Hawk, which kind of
Yeah.
sucked.
I think they didn't need to negate it. They could have just like have the effects of it or something.
That's true. Like,
And then,
it's-
because Cooler's only being used in Rainmaker anyways, and isn't that Charger's worst mode, so I honestly, genuinely don't think it'll affect it as much.
I don't think Rainmaker's Charger's worse, but I do not care. I stand my ground. But yeah, what do you guys feel of Ninja Squid nerf? I have not really seen anyone use it, and I do not play Ninja Squid, so.
I have played it for about 30 minutes today, so I do not know.
I feel like if anyone has to talk about it, it should be.
Yeah, how do you feel, Nigel, about Ninja Squid? You're the expert here.
Okay. So I've kind of so like at first I was like, what the fuck is this? And I didn't like it,
Mhm.
but like I played it a bit more like recently,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad because you can negate the effect that it has now. Like when you go into
Yeah.
games, like,
Does it still get slowed down with no swim speed?
No, it actually swim speed like it actually stacks on it, so I'm like really.
So it's like it never had the drawback in the first place.
No, it has the default base drop, but swim speed does not get like lowered if you use it though.
Yeah. So you can just be really fast.
Yeah, swim speed's faster, but there's still the base
Yeah, that makes
drop in
sense.
speed.
But I think it's pretty good. But you just need to like get used to not moving for like a half a second and then moving.
Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting change. If you like lightly touch forward, Nigel, and then hold forward, does that work normal?
If you lightly hold forward, I don't think it does.
Oh, interesting. People might start doing
Because
that.
you're still stealth swimming technically.
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
Yeah, I was always using Ninja Squid for hammer, like so hammer is actually playable.
Yeah.
Because I find hammer kind of wants to play a little like carbon in swing mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So generally I'll be using it so I can go and I can shark people, or not solely shark, but I can get up to people if they haven't painted super well and we're in a team fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I feel like it's gonna be more annoying now because it's so fast, but also I think it's nicer for closer range weapons to just have that. It's easier to see when you're in those intense close range
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah,
So I think
it
it's
got
a
nerfed.
fair
It
change.
got nerfed.
My NS Splash is screaming and crying right now.
Rest
For
in peace.
backlines, like they will be able to see you much more and pick you off, like a healer, for example.
That's true.
You see, now my one quad on smoothie will never happen again.
And I don't know if it was you, Connor, or if it was Nigel who said this, but E-Leader is now better for Ninja Squid 'cause less people are gonna use Ninja Squid.
I said that. I said that
Yeah.
it'll be good because
That's
less
a
people
good
are gonna use
point.
Ninja in general.
Yeah. So E-Leader indirectly got benefited by
And
the Ninja
you
Squid
know what
buff
else that also
because of
indirectly buffs machine?
machine elements.
So
still
no
think
machine got over nerfed, but I think machine
it got
players.
over nerfed and they overtuned Cypher.
Yeah. They'll
Yeah,
probably
we're
fix
gonna
it next patch, but We'll deal
The
with
one
it for
thing
another
I
3
would be
months.
okay with them overtuning is Zipcaster, because that being
No.
overtuned would be actually really awesome. Like I don't care, that thing is fun.
It's so
That thing being-
satisfying though when you're charger and you just shoot the Zipcaster like out of the sky. That shit is so fun.
I know I want more people to use Zipcaster because everything about Zipcaster is awesome. I'm sorry.
I have freaking 1.2k badge.
Yeah,
So-
Nigel's a bit of a Zipcast fiend.
Oh, was that what? Oh, it was on Varbin. I forgot.
Moments.
Yeah, because Varbin kind of got left in the dust, right?
Yeah, bombardment just exists.
Okay. I guess last thing we can talk about is what do you guys expect to see now for the next month and a half of this season?
Next month and a half, I think Splash is good. I think T-Deck's good. T-Deck becomes like discount Splash. It's like number 2. Machines still top 5, top 10, maybe. And I'm not sure what else. Maybe just Flanger just stays where it is. Flanger stays top 5.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I think.
I think
I
Splash
personally
is definitely still where it is. T-Tech is very good. Tri-Track spam will be extremely annoying and people will complain about it on Twitter.
I'm already complaining about it.
Look off. Now here's the Dion prediction for the future. I think Splash will still be good, but I think with more T-Techs, it's gonna overtake Splash because Ink Strike literally kills like Crab. If you throw one
Yeah.
Ink Strike at Crab, the Crab user dies. So I think that T-Tech's gonna start hard countering Crab, and people are gonna
Yeah.
stop using
Yeah,
Splash.
it definitely will. It definitely will.
I think T-Tech's gonna start hard countering Crab, but Splash is still gonna be played because
Yeah,
not against T-Tech. Splash is still the best weapon in the game by like a
course.
landslide, right?
I think
Okay.
Not might get some niche
Oh, yeah.
players. I
Not
also think
actually-
Not has a niche now.
I also think that machine players are gonna drop machine for, like you said, V Slosher or Rapid, and I think E-Beaters stay the same because it's E-Beater.
Yeah.
Okay, and another thing I think that will happen is Splash Shot Pro will be most used by people who actually like it.
Yeah, Splash Shot Pro I can
Oh,
see.
oh,
Maybe even Forge.
I was gonna say that
people
Not
start
had a
playing.
niche beforehand actually.
Yeah, but just the
Because
niche
it
is increasing.
absolutely Not absolutely terrorizes anything with less range than it.
That is true.
Like I don't think
Except
there's a
Splash.
single weapon that beats Not with less range than it. Like it's absolutely absurd, and even just giving it a random buff, like even if it makes more people try it for a second, they're gonna realize, oh my god, wait, this is actually kind of good.
Like Choco Pero is ranked
Yeah.
2 in Clan Blitz right now. It's not. So
Oh no, not is insane right now that it has its old firing station back.
Even if it didn't have its old firing duration back, I legitimately think it was left most definitely high. It was high tier at the least.
yeah, it's good.
Okay, I have a friend who plays Nautilus, and I've been trying to get him back into it, and we've done, a bit of testing with it, and before the patch, we ended up making an object shredder build with it, and
Yeah.
now that it has that extra duration, holy shit, things die.
He doesn't an extra 4 shots let it Oko Booyah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bamboo is back to what it was before with the ink consumption.
I don't think Bamboo will necessarily be that good. I still
Yeah.
think it gets a little jank right now. If it
Unlucky.
gets like Burst Wave Breaker at like half the mid lines in this game, it's gonna become the next.
Like,
You
like
think?
the patch was just reverting things back to where it was because MPU,
Mhm.
like the weapons started significantly weaker, so they just put it back to what it was like.
Yeah. But also, better yet, I can tell that they're trying to buff. Obviously, they buffed Dry Strikes. They didn't touch it directly, but they buffed a lot of not weight breaker, no. Killer Whale 5'1" options. I think they're wanting to see more Killer Whale being used.
I guess.
They should be wanting to see more Hammer being used and more Zipcaster
So
being
the
used.
52 gal point, like they made less.
I think I just see less specials being used, I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Fuck
But-
specials, dude. No special Splatoon. Fuck this game.
That's kind of base actually.
No special September.
Honestly, if there was a tourney that said no more than 1 crab or strike per team, I think I would play that tourney.
That is fair. Okay.
A double gal coming in hot.
I think what they're trying to do when it comes to countering crab and whatnot, I think they're trying to make the the triangle effect, right? I don't
Mhm.
think we have it yet, but I think it's gonna be 3 separate shooters, and I think eventually it's gonna be a shooter with missiles.
Let's go.
No,
The
no,
shooter with
no,
missiles is
bueno.
hard to me. Like, the
They're
missile thing
giving
is-
they're giving Orange that missiles, and I hope you all know that.
Yeah,
No.
oh yeah.
I am going to say it here right now. They're giving Orange that missiles, and then the game is going to become Splatoon 2 too.
No.
Yes, and I'm very scared for it, but I think ultimately that's their goal, or to create a triangle with specials, right?
That's fair.
I feel like if they do give Orange that missiles, they need to give it a shit sub.
It doesn't matter. It has missiles.
Missile,
All of the other missile weapons have
missiles aren't
pretty
even
bad
that
subs.
great right now. They're good, but they're not god. They're not Sync Strike.
Oh, sorry. Goo has a decent sub, but it's GooTuber.
Gober.
Yeah. I would be interested in what NZAT would be able to do with like 210, 220 missile, and then having a beacon. So
It doesn't matter if it's 210, 220, because it opens the door for double missiles.
Yeah.
That is true.
I don't want that to happen.
If we go back to double missile, I
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end the Dion video there. Thank you
Alright.
guys for participating. I'm gonna take
No
like
bueno.
6 weeks to edit this now. It'll probably be the next season by the time it comes out.
That would be so funny, actually.
It's probably be out by the next half of next season. Yeah, good shit, boys. Yeah. Alright, thanks, boys.